problem on how to draw the Nyquist plot of a system whose transfer function is given to us. So let's take a problem. So our problem is that a unity feedback system has a loop transfer function, and transfer function is given to us as GS equals to 50 upon S plus 1 S plus 2. So we have to use the Nyquist criteria to determine the system stability in the closed loop configuration, and also we have to see that whether the open loop system is stable or not. Okay, so let's try to solve this question. Okay, so we are given the loop transfer function GS equals to 50 upon S plus 1 S plus 2. So in first step we will put this S equals to J omega. Okay, so that we will be able to find out the Gj omega. So Gj omega will be equals to 50 upon J omega plus 1 and J omega plus 2. Okay, so we have obtained this Gj omega. Now for this Gj omega we will write the magnitude and the angle conditions. Okay, so step number 2 will be write the equations, because we have to draw the polar plot for this system, and then we will draw the Nyquist plot, because Nyquist plot is a special case of polar plot. We will draw the polar plot, then its mirror image will be formed, and then it will be the Nyquist plot. So first we will write the equations for magnitude. Magnitude is represented by this, and phase angle. Okay, so magnitude is represented by M, and it is given by, we have the transfer function as 50 upon J omega plus 1 and J omega plus 2. So magnitude will be 50 upon under root of 1 plus omega square and under root of, we have J omega plus 2, so omega square plus 4. Okay, so this is the magnitude of Gj omega. Now angle, phase angle. Phase angle is represented by phi. So phi will be equals to tan inverse. We have in the numerator, there is no imaginary part, only real part is present. So if we want to find out the tan theta of a function, that is x plus j y, then it will be tan inverse of y upon x, that is imaginary part upon the real part. Now here we are not having any imaginary part, only real part is present, so tan inverse of 0 upon 50. Now for denominator we will use the minus sign, then we have tan inverse omega upon 1 minus, for this we have tan inverse of omega upon 2, because imaginary part is omega square and real part is 2, here omega plus 2. Okay, so it is the phase angle of this function. So phi will become tan inverse minus tan inverse of omega minus tan inverse of omega by 2. Okay, so we have obtained the magnitude and the angle conditions for this gj omega. Now we will draw the polar plot for this system. So polar plot is what? It is the plot of the magnitude and the phase angle on the polar coordinates, and the omega, that is the frequency, it is varied from 0 to infinity. Okay, so omega varies from 0 to infinity. Okay, so we will draw a table in which we will vary the value of omega from 0 to infinity, and then we will find out the value of the magnitude and the phase angle for the various values of omega. So let's form a table. We are having a table here. Then okay, and now we will vary the value of the omega from 0 to infinity. So if we keep the value of omega as 0, then putting this 0 value in the magnitude equation, that is our first equation. So here if we put omega equals to 0, then it will be 1, and here it will be equals to 2. So 50 by 2, and the magnitude will become 25. Okay, now putting omega equals to 0 in this second equation, angle equation. So here minus tan inverse of 0 minus tan inverse of 0. Okay, so tan inverse of 0, it is 0, so phi will be equals to 0 degrees. Now change the value of omega, let it be 1. So the magnitude will be 50 upon 1 plus 1, and here under root of 1 plus 4, that is root 5. So 1 plus 1 root 2 and root 5. So it will, if we solve this, its value will come out to be 16. And putting omega equals to 1 in this second equation, that is minus tan inverse of 1 minus tan inverse of 1 by 2. That is minus tan inverse of 1, it is 45 degrees, and it is minus tan inverse of 0.5, that is 1 by 2, it is the value of 60 degrees. So we will get the value of phi as minus 72 degrees. Okay, now third, we have put the value as omega equals to 2, magnitude will be 8, and phase angle will be 108 degrees. You just have to put the values of omega and then calculate the values of m and phi. So let's write it. When omega is equals to 10, 20, 10 we have magnitude 0.5 minus 163 degrees. For omega equals to 20, magnitude is 0.1. So for various values of omega from 0 to infinity, we have obtained the magnitude and the phase angle. Now we are going to plot this magnitude and the phase angle on the polar coordinates, okay, so that we will be able to find out the polar plot of the system. This is our imaginary axis and this is the real axis. Magnitude is plotted on this real axis. Okay, so first we will draw. We have the magnitude as 25, 16, then 8, 0 0.5, 0 0.1. So we will divide this on. We have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Okay, and this will be 2.5. This is 0. Here also you will divide 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Now, when you can see that when omega equals to 0, phase angle is 0 degrees. So this is 0 degrees, this is plus 90 degree, this is minus 180 degrees, this is minus 90 degrees. Okay, and whenever we plot the negative phase angle, it is measured in the clockwise direction in the polar plots. Okay, and if the phase angle is positive, it will be measured in the anti-clockwise direction. So for omega equals to 0, the magnitude is 25 and phase angle is 0 degree. So this is the point. Okay, for omega equals to 0. Now for omega equals to 1, the phase angle is minus 72 degrees. Minus 72 degrees will be here. So minus 72 degrees. Okay, and for omega equals to 2, the phase angle is minus 108 degrees. So it will be in this direction, minus 108 degrees. For omega equals to 10, phase angle is minus 163 degrees. So it will be 163 degrees. Then for omega equals to 20, phase angle is minus 171 degrees. So 171 degrees. Then for 100, we have 178. And for omega equals to infinity, the phase angle is minus 180 degree. So it is for omega equals to infinity. Now at infinity, the magnitude is 0. So it is here, omega equals to infinity, and the value is 0. Then for omega equals to 100, magnitude was 0.005. So it is somewhat here. Okay. For omega equals to 20, magnitude is 0.1. So 0.1 will be also somewhere here. So when we mark all these points, okay, and then for various values of the omega, we will mark the points, that is for omega equals to 0, 1, 2, 10. For omega equals to 10, it is 0.5. So it is here. Okay. Now we have marked all the points. Let's join these points so that we will obtain the Nyquist plot. For omega equals to 2, the magnitude is 8 and the phase angle is minus 108 degrees. So we will join these points. Okay, and write the frequencies over here. This is for omega equals to 0. This is minus 72 degrees is for omega equals to 1, omega equals to 2, omega equals to 10. Okay, write the frequencies over here, and we have joined the points. Okay, and it is the direction of the polar plot, starting from omega equals to 0 and terminating at omega equals to infinity. Now draw the mirror image of this plot. Okay, we have drawn, this is the mirror image of the polar plot. It is the polar plot of the system. Okay, now let's see that whether this point has encircled the minus 1 plus j0 point. We have drawn the polar plot. Okay, now our next step will be to check the stability. Now for stability check, we will use the equation n equals to p minus z. N is what? It is the number of encirclements of the point minus 1 plus j0. Now here this plot, it is not encircling the point minus 1 plus j0. This is 5, okay, and 1 is here. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We will divide the point. It is the plot, it is not encircling this minus 1 plus j0 point. Okay, so n will be equals to 0. Now p, it is the number of poles of GSHs that are on the right half of the S plane. So here no pole is on the right half of the S plane, so P is equals to 0, because our transfer function was GS equals to 50 upon S plus 1 S plus 2. So we have only two poles, S equals to minus 1, S equals to minus 2, and both these poles, they are lying on the left hand side. So no pole is on the right half of the S plane, so P will be equals to 0. Now from this equation, N is 0, P is 0, so Z will be 0, and if Z is equals to 0, it means that the system, closed loop system, is stable. Okay, now here P is also coming out to be 0. So if P is equals to 0, then we can say that open loop system is stable. So for this transfer function, we can say that both the P is equals to 0, Z equals to 0. So both open loop and closed loop system is stable. Okay, that is both open loop stability and closed loop stability is present for this system. So whenever we want to have any question on the Nyquist plot, first we will put S equals to j omega in that transfer function, and then we will obtain the magnitude and the phase angle conditions. We will draw a table varying the value of the frequency from 0 to infinity. Then we will draw the polar plot, and from the polar plot we will draw the mirror image of that polar plot, so that we will be able to got the Nyquist plot of the system. Now we will check that n equals to p minus z. We will use this equation to check the stability. We will observe the number of encirclements of the minus 1 plus j0 point, and then we will comment on the stability of the system, whether the open loop system is stable or the closed loop system is stable, or the system is overall stable. Okay, so I hope this problem is clear to you. Thank you.